Now, thousands of brass bands were formed in the 19th century, in many cases by miners who'd rehearse after they'd finished working in the pits.
Some brass bands managed to survive even when the coal mines closed, but with fewer young people joining, there are fears this tradition could die out. 16-year-old Elise is one of the winners of this year's BBC Young Reporter competition and has the story.
My name is Elise, and since I was 8, I've been playing the flugel, cornet and trumpet. 2 years ago, I joined a brass band and it has changed my life. It's much more than music, it's also a community.
Youth Brass 2000, they've won the National Youth Brass Band Championships. They've held the title for 10 years. The connection that you have with the band is completely different to anything else because you spend so much time with one another, playing with one another, rehearsing, you're having fun nights out with your friends, and concerts don't always go to plan. So if it's really windy, you got music falling over the stage, it's just funny, it's not too serious.
Brass bands are open to everyone, regardless of ability, but fewer young people are joining them. To find out why, I'm meeting Alex Parker from Brass Bands England, which supports and promotes bands.
In its heyday, banding was bigger than football. We would play in concert halls that were paid to 20,000 people at a time. There has been a general decline. Part of that is changes in society, people wanting to do different things, but it also reflects that community learning has changed. The value on music education is not as high as it was. We've got to work harder to roll out the red carpet for people to come and be more involved.
Brass Bands England helps organise events for university students, like this summer band camp near Sheffield. Musicians here think brass bands are still important today, but need to adapt to attract younger players.
We have quite a diverse range of people here, but it tends to be people who are brought up in brass banding. So I think reaching out to other communities who might be interested in it and getting more people from outside the brass band world is sort of the way to sustain it in the future.
In the past, there was obviously this tradition of the miners go down the pit and work as a team there, then they come out and play at band. I think in modern times, companies need to find a way to bring their teams together outside of what they're working on. That kind of thing is how I see banding evolving.
Today is the last concert of the summer. I'm going to be doing a solo, and it's a good chance for people to see what youth bands are actually really capable of, especially this one.
Wonderful, and congratulations, Elise, on both your win and your brass playing. It's both excellent.
Cheers.
You can find more stories, can't you, from young people on the BBC Young Reporter website, and you can find out whether or not you can be one of those young reporters one day at bbc.co.uk/young reporter.
You're watching Breakfast. It's 8:32 now. Rishi Sunak has